Hello, everybody. It's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This is my second PlayStation VR2 review. That's right. You can't believe it. It's a free one, too. If you happen to have a copy of Resident Evil Village for PlayStation 5, which I might add only costs $20 if you buy a physical copy right now, you get this as a free download that adds PlayStation VR2 support. So if you want to actually have a physical copy game that show off what the PlayStation VR2 can do, here you go. It's less than $20, people. Now, exactly what is it? Well, I'm not going to get into the detail of the game. I did a review on this game a long time ago. You can check it out if you don't know what Resident Evil Village is about. Basically, Ethan Winters is on a quest to, basically find his daughter, and a bunch of stuff happens, and in the end, they end up killing Ethan Winters. Sorry if that's a spoiler alert for you, but nonetheless, it's a fantastic game in its own. But what about the PlayStation VR2 support? What do they really add to this to make it stand out from the original game? Now, first of all, it is the full game from start to finish. They do not cut any corners with this, and while it may be hard to see in the actual gameplay footage I'm showing here, honestly, everything about the game is totally playable in VR. You go around, the analog sticks work great as you pretty much have Ethan go and explore the village and go to the castle, fight Lady Dimitrescu, and all that. But I will say this. This game actually is so much harder in VR, and I'll explain why. Now, when you first start up the game in VR, it will put you into a training mode with a special new room that they've added, which is kind of cool, that gets you used to the fundamentals of how the VR works in this version. And as you go through this room, it'll take you step by step how you pick up items, how you move, how you can turn around, strafe, and how you use weapons. In fact, they have like a nice little weapon montage where each weapon, it shows you how to use them. And this is where the game is actually way more difficult than it should be, okay? They got a little carried away with the amount of detail in terms of the VR support. Now, don't get me wrong, if you buy a PSVR 2, you want to actually have the bang for the buck, and this does bring it, but it makes the game way more difficult. Now, what I mean is, like, when you're loading a weapon, no longer is it like the controller version. This one, you physically have to reach down to your pocket on your left-hand side with your left hand, grab the bullets out, insert them one by one into your weapon, and then cock the weapon to be able to use it. Now, pistols isn't that bad. You can literally grab like a magazine, slap it into the bottom of the gun, cock the gun, and you're good to go, and you can shoot. That's not an issue, but things like shotguns, sniper rifles, and like revolvers, that's where it becomes a pain in the ass, because you physically have to put every single shell or bullet into the gun first. Like the shotgun, you put the shell in, you put another shell in. You can do it up to like 6 shells, and then you have to literally reach out and grab the bottom of the gun and cock the gun in order to use it. Now, while that's realistic and it's really good with immersion, when you have a bunch of enemies chasing you down, trying to kill you as you're running around, it makes it a lot more stressful and a lot more difficult. Even on the easiest difficulty, I found this way harder, even though I got used to it, because of the sheer fact of me having to reload the damn weapon. I mean, I like the fact of just maybe hitting a button to reload the weapon. It's a bit excessive. Is it cool? Oh, hell yeah. Does it show off the VR? Most certainly. The fact of actually having to put a sniper rifle round in the sniper rifle, grabbing the lever, pulling it back, locking it, holding up and grabbing with both hands the sniper rifle, closing one eye and looking down the sights of it to shoot, that's phenomenal. It really is. But it leads to a lot of issues, especially in a game where you kind of need to be quick. I mean, seriously. I found myself sticking with just a pistol that could slap magazines in and not going towards the shotgun or anything else until like maybe boss battles because of the sheer amount of time it takes to load the damn things. Other than that, the control of the character is perfectly acceptable and fine. I did not have any sort of motion sickness at all playing this as I roamed around and did a bunch of stuff. And like I said, visually, it's fantastic. It looks beautiful. It plays just like the original version, only in 4K. And I do applaud the fact that this is a free to download PlayStation VR2 upgrade. Hell, there's a lot of games that's coming out, including the PS4 version of Saints and Sinners that's going to be having a free PSVR2 upgrade as well. So I do love the fact that they're actually going back and giving people free upgrades to be able to play games on your new system if you're one of the lucky 5 people that got this damn thing. But you have to balance the game a little bit better. And I do think personally in this case, while I love Resident Evil Village, I played through it several times, I have to actually say in VR, it is just too difficult. They need to have it set to where you can just hit a button to have auto reload on your weapons. I mean, the fact of having like your light is another issue all by itself. Let's say you want to look around, you can't see, it's dark, it's too dark. Ooh, you literally have to reach down with your right hand, grab your coat, open it up, and on the inside is your light. And you reach in with your left hand, grab the light, pull it out, and then put it near your chest to attach it, and then you can have the light attached. Once again, it's a great thing for immersion. But in a game like this, especially later on where it becomes kind of action heavy, it becomes a pain in the ass. It really does. And honestly, the boss battles were so much more difficult, not because of the control. Being able to move around is easy with the analog sticks and moving. You got your strafe, you got your quick turn and all that. That works great. But it just comes down to actually shooting your dang gun. And that's the only real problem I have with this game. I have no problem playing through it again because they do add new trophies to the PlayStation 5 version, and anytime you get something free is always a welcome addition. The fact that Capcom did this is fantastic. They did not have to do this, but the fact they did is actually welcome. And the fact they actually took a lot of time and effort to make this is fantastic. Like I said, it does play great. It looks fantastic. It's phenomenal playing in VR. I mean, my goodness, this game was built with VR in mind since it's first person. And you know, the controls and everything, to be able to move your character going through this game world again was phenomenal. The only problem that I have to point out is just be, open to the fact that it's going to be a lot more tedious in terms of dealing with your weapons. That is the main issue I had. It's just loading your weapons and firing a main issue. I mean, basically wherever you look is where they're going to shoot because of the PSVR2's eye tracking. That ain't an issue. In fact, the aiming is fantastic. I love the shooting mechanics in this game, especially in VR. They are very top notch. The only thing I absolutely dislike, and I can't say I hate it, I just say I dislike it, is the fact of a lot of times Ethan's arms looks like he gets like paralysis and they stick out and they get all weird and wonky, which might just be a glitch issue with, I don't know, a software update needed. I don't know. But the other thing really that bothered me is just the way that you have to go about the amount of detail in terms of loading your weapons to be able to fire them. Other than that, hands down, I can highly recommend this. If you haven't played Resident Evil Village on a PS5, go ahead and pick it up. It's only like $20. You can still play it in the normal mode. And if you have a PSVR2, you can play it in the PSVR2 mode absolutely free. Leave in the comments below if you like this review. If you feel I missed anything on it, give me a thumbs up if you like this. And remember, here at Devil Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.